Hey guys, Eric here with Project DIY. Today we have a semi video, okay? We got a 1999 Volvo here that I have a shifter isolator bushing kit. We're going to be replacing that, okay? Show that up there too. That's the brand. There's your part number, all that fun stuff. There's more than one of these you can get, so let me show you from the top side. We're going to go underneath and take it loose. When you pull this back up off of here, there's 4 bolts that are sitting in here, okay? Let me show you here. There's holes there, right in the middle one, okay? Here's the bolts, there's 4 of them. It's 14 millimeter, just for reference. So there's one here, one on the front side, one on this side, one on the back side. You probably can do it from the top side. I'm gonna go underneath. I think it's gonna make it a little bit easier, so I'm gonna go underneath there, show you what we got going on. So the reasoning of why we're replacing this is it's out of gear now, but it has a ton of play in it when you're in gear. And you could sit there and move it all around. It's got all kinds of play in it. It makes it hard to kind of get into 3rd gear slash, I guess would be what, 8th and 9th gear, or 9th and 10th gear rather. So it just makes it a little tough to try to get into gear. So we are going to fix that with this bushing. It has allowed it to have a lot of play. This here will make it nice and tight, and we'll keep it from doing that. So let's go underneath and check it out. All right, we are now up underneath the truck. You can see my ratchet there. Okay, where the light's at, there's a nut. We're going to put a wrench on that. We will loosen that, and then that will allow it to come off, and the bushing is in there. So that's what we're looking like. You can't see it from the top side. There's your rubber boot. You can see that, okay? So right here underneath the truck, you can do it from top, I guess, but it was very tight, so I figured it might be a little bit better from under here. So that's what you're looking like. That's what you're looking for. We're going to put a wrench on there and get that off. All right, guys, we're back up here in the cab. This is a Eaton Fuller. The transmission, okay, it's got that on there. So here's what you got to do to get your airlines loose. This here was sitting up on top here. I just pulled it off. Let me show you. So this was pulled up on top there, okay? I just pulled that plastic down, all right? That little rubber boot. It's going to show your airlines, but you still can't, so you can see the airlines there. You still can't get to them. So, but what there is, there's a torque here and a torque right there. I already took them out. Right here they are, okay? That's what they are. I believe the torque is the one that's missing here, a T20. That's the size it is, okay? I just had one on right there. Pop the end of it in, screwed those out, and when you do that, that allows you to pull this down, which accesses the nuts there. So we're going to loosen those. That will let those loose to where I can pull this whole entire thing out. So that way I can go in there, clamp it down, and actually see if I can drive that bushing out, because I just don't think it's gonna come out underneath there. So another quick tip, take a picture of the color, the way these things are routed, because if you don't, you're not gonna remember. I know I wouldn't. So take a picture. Let's see what we got here. I'll go ahead and show you on mine. Maybe if you forget to take a picture, hey, you can come back and look at this video. See, you got blue, green, purple, okay? And this here's the back of the cab, front of the cab, okay? And then on this side you got black and yellow. Let me show you here. You got, there's black and yellow. You can see the purple, but that's from the other side. All right, so we're gonna take this loose, and then we're going to see if we can get this bad boy out. Alright, we have everything loose. I didn't show the black and yellow. It's the same thing, same process as the other ones. Also, for reference, I used a 3/8 inch wrench to get that off. I recommend too taking off the black one first, because of the room. They have them so daggone close together. I would take your black one off, loosen it, you know, turning this way to get your black one off, then take your yellow one off. Same thing over here. If you can get the one started first, it makes it easier going around probably with your blue. And actually I didn't see this till a while ago. Mine does have this blue, okay? Blue, it's kind of blurry green. This says red. Maybe it's supposed to be red. It's kind of purplish looking, but anyway, so mine does have that, and that is the way those were labeled. This one did not, but it was yellow was here, black was here. So just FYI on that there. We have that loose. I gotta go down. They have a few zip ties on there. I'm gonna zip tie it, and then we are going to bring all this up and out so we can get that bushing out. All right, now for the moment of truth. I got the zip ties. I got the zip ties cut off down there. Let's see if we can get this bad boy out of here. So you got a boot here. All of them, I don't know if they do or not. As you can see, look, there's another boot right down here. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can get this up through here. I think we can. And what we will do, let's see. Gotta be careful, I don't want to break any of that stuff. Alright, so we got the boot up through here. Let me see what we got. There it is right there, okay? That's the side of it. On the side there where that yellow wire is, that's the bushing, the bottom of it, and then the top of it's right over there. We gotta drive that out. So I'm trying to get these wires off of here so I can get that out. So let me see what I can get figured out here, and I will let you all know. Alright, so we are victorious. So what you had is the wires were running up through here. Okay, this goes up, this boot goes up through here, up to your handle. That's where we disconnected. Okay, so I pulled them down. They had one more zip tie here, pulled it down, snipped it, and then they ran down through this boot, which goes underneath. Showed you that, okay? And then they ran out through here. So after that, I just kind of pulled them out, and voila, we have the whole thing. So here's the top of your bushing. Okay, there's the top of it. There is the bottom of it, where we are going to drive it, hopefully, that way. And then here's your sides, okay, where your bolt runs through. Kind of see the sides of it there. All right, so now the fun part, getting it out. Let's see if we can get her out. All right, so here's what we got. All right, so this piece has got to come out. Okay, here's your centerpiece, and then right along the edge here, let's see, right there. Okay, that's got to come out too. That's going to be the harder part. So you got this metal piece with like a rubber bushing type ordeal in here, and then a metal piece. So what I did, I don't have a vise and I don't have an air hammer, but I got this set up so I can hit on it. I got just a code chisel here, a little bit bigger than that hole. And what I did, I've drove that down in there, and it's driving it, as you can see. It's driving that out. So what we're gonna do is see if we can get that driven out, and then we will work on that piece there. Most people that I've saw have or use an air hammer. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. I'm gonna try getting it without one, but we will see. So let's get to this and see if we can get this bad boy out of there. All right, we got the big hammer here. Here it comes. All right, there we go. That actually come out well. So here's a little bit better look. So what you got is, you got the metal collar here on the inside, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Then this here is rubber, okay? Bushing, and then you can look down inside of here. So now the hard part is, you see this edge here. See this from here? If you had an air hammer, you can get right, air chisel, whatever, you get right up in the edge of that, kind of peel it down, that bad boy will shove right out. And then we would be, voila, putting this bad boy in. That's our goal. So all we gotta do now is see if we can get that out. I don't know what we're gonna try to do. I guess maybe I'm gonna try to chisel again, see if I can get started. Worst case scenario, I may have to run to my dad's with, see if he has his air hammer, air chisel, see if I can borrow it. But let's see if we can do it without tools. So, or you know, without any air tools, it's power tools. Let's see if we can get this out with just regular hand tools. That way, if you're buying a little bit and you don't have all them tools with you, you still can fix this yourself. So let's see if I can get this out, and I'll show you guys how I do it if I'm able to. So we got everything, actually everything's done now except for that, but that is the hardest part. So let's see if we can get it out. All right guys, I tried getting this piece out manually that I told you about last night. This piece here, the last little metal sleeve, I could not get it out. So we have an air hammer here. We're gonna see if we can get it out with that bad boy. So you just got it, I mean, you can see there's just a real small metal sleeve in there, okay? So that there's the top of it. It's just gonna need to pull it out this way, and I mean, that's all there is to it. So I can see if I can get up underneath of it and get started. There we go, let me get you over here. So it's starting to peel that down a little bit, okay? Get up underneath of it, and then we'll try pushing it to the center. And then we'll see if we can get it to keep coming out the rest of the way. Alright, as you can see there, see how we've built, see how you have that real thin piece of metal, let's see if it'll focus. Real thin piece of metal, and see it's caving it down on the inside of it there. We'll clean that top side up there. But that's what you got, so I'm trying to just finish working that out the rest of the way. That's what we got, that's what we're working with. See how thin that is? It's just a literally small thin sleeve, but it's got to come out or the new bushing is not going to go in. Alright, now we worked this around. I just rotate it. Look, you can see kind of the room around it. Let's see. We can get this. There it comes. So see, that's that thin metal sleeve I was telling you about. It's not very big, but that's just enough where you can't get your new one in there. Okay, so there it is. It's kind of, if you have a better, let me show you kind of the two tips I used. They do make a better tip. This is, I kind of got it started with this one, and then I use that one. I use just kind of something like that. Those are the two bits I used. I used that to get it started, use this to get it kind of pushed down and around, and then I come back again with this one here. This one cuts a little bit better than that other one, so I do know they make a special bit that's going to do a better job than this, but that's what you got. So what we're going to do now is kind of sand it, smooth it out a little bit, and then we will pop in our new bushing. All right, so here's we got just a little wire brush. I'm going to take that down in there, see if we can get it cleaned out a little bit. That size couldn't fit better. I mean, perfect. Almost like we planned it. All right, so here's our new bushing that we got. We have everything out of here. We're going to take this new bushing now. What you want to do is you got holes here on each side. Mine's already pre-drilled, got the holes. Okay, so you want to take, what you want to do is take this, line it up with your holes, and then just take your rubber mallet, and we're just going to beat it in there. And actually, if you want, another thing you can do before that, you can take a little grease or WD-40, anything. All right, so we're just going to take a little penetrating oil here. Put a little bit, rub it on there. Same thing on the inside. Just help it slide on there a little bit, because it's pretty tight. As you can see, that last metal piece we took out was pretty daggone tight. So this is going to be, you want it tight, it just, see what that looks like. There we go, we're in there. So there it is, nice and flush on the bottom, okay? As you can see from this view here, see? Nice and flush. Holes are already lined up. So then these three line up perfectly. You can run your bolt through here. Just like that. There's our nut. There's your bolt, run through there. Nut on this side, so it's ready to go, be put back on the truck. All right, we'll pick up here in just a minute at the truck. All right, guys, so that's what it is. It just, after you get everything taken off like I showed you, you're gonna put it all back together. When you're driving your new bushing in, make sure you do drive it in all the way down, because I had a little bit of issue. Mine had to go down just a little bit further. I got it down, but it wasn't fun. Make sure it goes all the way down. And hey, put it all back together just like you take it off, and everything's gonna be good. We got ours in here now, got everything put back together. Okay, everything underneath is good. Back up here, let's see. So here, there's third. Look how tight that is now. Like there's almost no movement. Like before, I was literally hitting the dash to put that in. Before, when I had to get that in, I was all the way up here. Like I was hitting. As you can see now, I got quite a bit of. See how much room I got now? Now we're in neutral here. Everything's like it should be, but it's still, it's so much tighter even in neutral. Alright, so those of you, I know this isn't my regular content. This may not affect the everyday normal person that doesn't drive a truck, but you know what? There's a lot of people out there that are driving a truck that I looked for videos on this. I couldn't hardly find any, so I figured I'd make one myself when I'd done it. And hopefully this is able to help somebody out. So those of you looking for a video to replace the isolator bushing on your shifter, this is for a 99 Volvo with a Eaton Fuller transmission. I guess it's 13 with reverse, but your main gears is 12. But anyways, so guys, if you're looking for a video on how to do that, hey, watch this video. Hopefully it will show you everything you need to know. I kind of show you what's going on, how to use it, how to take it off. I don't necessarily show the process because it is very difficult to use both hands and film at the same time when you're up under the truck. Just an FYI, so I maybe don't show the whole entire thing, but I give you the gist of what's going on so you will know how to do it yourself. And hey, hopefully you can fix it yourself and you won't have such a sloppy shifter. Hey guys, if you would, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Hey, turn on your notifications. That way anytime I post new content, that way it will send you the notification and you'll know it's up. You can take it and view it. So guys, remember as always, why hire a guy when you can DIY? Thanks for watching.